Hello, beautiful people. Hello, Facebook. How are you all today? Hope you are having a wonderful day, wonderful Sunday. And if you happen to catch me live, please say hi, say who you are, and say where you're from. I love to see new people and, of course, those who I know already. And if you catch this video on a replay, please hashtag replay, let me know who you are, let me know you watched it. And if that's the first time that you see me live, my name is Natalia. I am an inner mastery and consciousness mentor. Today I will talk to you about a very important subject, and I suggest that you listen with your full presence to this video, because what I'm going to share with you is actually the way that you can act in the world and in all areas of your life that could create a profound and radical shift in all areas of your life. So if you are, especially if you run your own business, if you are a leader, that will help you to expand into the new dimension that you never even thought possible. And for everyone else, in any area, it could improve your relationships, it could improve for your creativity and everything. So it's very important subject, and it's important that you just listen to me while I explain that, and be present. And if you have any questions, you can always ask me, and and I'll, if that's something that is not clear, I can clarify that for you. So the way we normally act. Now, if you look, for example, at your life, how you act, yeah, first comes the thought. Yeah, you're thinking about what to do. Yeah, is that true for you? Yeah, it's been true for me, of course. That's how we live. We think about the action. And also sometimes not only we think about the action, we also emotionalize our action. We have certain emotion, pleasant, unpleasant, anger or excitement, whatever that is. So both of them come together normally as a starting point of our action. But if you look at what the thoughts and emotions are, well, thoughts and emotions are our past memory. Yeah. Well, if that is not in your experience yet, you can look and see what are thoughts and emotions. Well, thoughts and emotions arise when your memory is triggered. Yeah. So essentially our thoughts and emotions is just the past memory recycling in us. So what we are doing, for example, in all of our life, what we are not realizing, we are gathering the memory, we are collecting information, we are collecting knowledge, and we act according to that information or knowledge. So, for example, you collected certain information about the way that someone told you you need to run your business, or someone told you that you need to be to behave or to be a leader, for example. Yeah, and you remembered this information. It is memory. Then when the action presents itself to you, this memory arises in you and is overlaid by on the situation at the present moment. So as a result, you do not see the present moment clearly. You see it through the layer of the past information that projects itself onto the present moment. And everything that is past is limited. Please see that. Because if you only act on the basis of what someone told you is right, and it's in any area of your life. If some business coach told you this is what you had to do and this is the right way to do your business, or if you read it in the spiritual scriptures, what you had to do to be a good person, to lead a good life, it's all past memory. And it has no relevance to you now. Absolutely no relevance. Yeah? Of course, for the practical matters, let's say if you are an engineer who needs to remember how to put together a construction, yeah, you need to remember that. But I'm not talking about that mundane daily activity. I'm talking about the bigger things where there should be some freedom from the information. Because, for example, and that's very relevant for those of you who want to shift and create different things, you should drop reliance on your past memory. And how you do that? Simply by realizing that it keeps you limited. Because you see, so you have a past memory. For example, someone told you what does it mean to be, let's say, a good leader. Yeah, let's take this example. Someone told you what does it mean to be a good leader, and you have this memory, and then you project it in the future, and you take an action according to this past memory, projecting itself in the future, what it means to be a good leader. And then, of course, you miss it completely because that is your memory. It's not your experience now. It is your past experience, and past experience is always limited. So if you rely yourself on past experience or past information, whatever you do is limited, because you will be projecting that past experience in the future, and the result that you are creating in the future by taking an action from the past experience will be limited by the past experience. I hope you see that. Let's take another example. Let's take a bit simpler example. Relationship. Let's say your experience is your partner does something that you don't like. Yeah, the partner does something that you don't like, and then you remember that's your past memory, and then you project it in the future that, well, I think I'm not gonna make a dinner for him tonight because he did something that I don't like. Yeah. So you take action based on the past memory, which happened maybe 2 days ago, but you're still carrying that, and you're still taking the action now because now no one made you unhappy. Yeah, nothing happened. But you bring the past overlaying into the present and take an action which is limited by the past. So of course, what happens? The action will be limited by the past. So you don't cook him dinner tonight, and then he will get upset. And this is how we repeat the past, and that's how we can't break through. And I see those people doing mindset coaching, trying to create new thoughts. But any thought is past because now is now. Here is now. There are no thoughts. No thoughts in the now. So you cannot bring thoughts in the now and take action without it being unlimited. So everyone who is working on their mindset and creating the limitless mindset, they have absolutely no idea what they are doing. And if you have been doing this work, this is a big wake-up call to you, because by understanding what I'm sharing with you now, you can completely get out of all your mindset loop and create a really limitless mind. And what is the limitless mind? The mind that is not burdened by past memory. So in limitless mind, which simply means now, there is no thinking. There is no thinking and no emotions. So you're not bringing any thoughts and any emotions. You simply relate from the situation now, being present, being absolutely fully present and aware. And in that presence and awareness, you take action. And that is the action that will create radical shift in all areas of your life, because this action is not going to be limited on the past. Yeah? You see that? Because to take action based on the thought, it means that you have to go to memory. I wonder if you see that. You have to go to memory to get that thought, to remember what someone told you, to remember what someone did to you, to remember what happened, what you read somewhere. And even, for example, if you are someone as a very practical example, that you need to remember how this thing is constructed, yeah, a mechanical thing. Even that, if you take a break from that memory, if you do not bring it with you every time that you don't need it, you can take a space from this memory, and then you can create something new. If you are not going to be going into the past every time and thinking about that memory, how to construct something, maybe when you are absolutely present and absolutely open, you can come up with something radically new that have never been created before, the constructions that have never been done before. And especially if you're someone creative, you cannot be creative if you are going into the past and think about that. That is not creativity already, by its definition, because it's limited. It's going to be limited by the past. The creativity only that which arises in the moment, but there is no thought. With complete presence. So that is the way you can see the mechanism of your mind, the mechanism of your thinking, and you can see that it's limited. Whatever it is limited. Is it good? If it's bad, it's limited. It does not matter what it is. It really doesn't matter. If you think you are the greatest and the most wonderful, it really doesn't matter, because it's all past memory, which is not relevant now, because you still need to think about something. So this is the way to shift in your activity from acting in time to acting now. Because thoughts and emotions, they move, from one position to another position. A movement from position to position means time. That's simple, that's clear. I move from this, my hand goes here, my hand goes here. It takes time, few seconds, but it's time. So whatever is moving in time, thinking, so your mind, if it's thinking, if it's emotional, that is, you are operating in time consciousness. You are bound by time. And everything produced by time consciousness will be limited, because what matters is the origin, the source where it originates. So if something originates out of time, it cannot have unlimited potential, because the origin is already limited. Whereas if you act now, and the state of now is what I call the consciousness or supreme consciousness, if you want to make a distinction between time consciousness and supreme consciousness, which is the consciousness beyond time. You are not limited by past. So you are beyond time. So that is the action taken from the supreme consciousness. And this type of action is the action that has the most potency, because the source which this action originates comes from the consciousness beyond time, or the supreme consciousness. So if you act from this position in any area of your life, this will radically shift your entire life. You don't need to do mindset work. You don't need to do coaching. You don't need to do so much things that you think you need to do. If you do just this one shift in consciousness. And that happens when you shift from the time consciousness, which is your mind and your past and your personal self or your ego, to the consciousness beyond time, which is the supreme consciousness, which is the consciousness in you, that is deeper than the consciousness of time. Yeah, and it's possible for you. And if you are someone who is drawn to this work, who, if you find this lands for you, and if you want to do work on that, if you want to embody that timeless dimension of consciousness in your body and live it as your daily living reality and apply it in your relationship, in your business, in your leadership, in your entire life, send me a message. I would love to meet you and have a chat with you. So, thank you so much for being with me today. I would love to hear from you if you watch this video. I would love to hear if that landed for you. If what I shared was clear for you. If it wasn't, send me a message. I would love to see if I could explain it in better details and clarify it more for you. And if you find this video on my YouTube channel, please subscribe for more content like this, and please feel free to share wherever you find this video. Please share it for everyone who you think may benefit from it. Thank you so much once again for being with me. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day, and I see you soon.